Okay, so in no way am I a thief, but this story is about how I stole from basically a billionaire's daughter. Niggas are probably wondering, like, why would you do that? Stealing is not good. Stealing is illegal. And I will tell you guys how this went down. But also, before I do, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe if you guys do enjoy these stories and want more crazy stories like this. And obviously, like I always say, let's get just straight into it. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name's Bubba, and welcome back to another crazy story. So this story is about something back when I was in actually high school. It was my last year of high school. I was in grade 12, and well, I was just the average student. Or at least people thought I was. I don't know, in high school, I was very insecure of some things, but at the same time, I wasn't that insecure. I kind of had that playboy look where I was like, you know, I was attractive, but I would deny I'm attractive, so girls would like me more. It's kind of a method I used to have, but anyways, going on. Back in high school, I remember there was this one girl that my friend was dating, and she was like an ultra million and billionaire. Don't ask how I know this, but let's just say like her family was really, really rich. And I guess from a family being rich, she was a very privileged girl. And knowing my buddy was dating her was really cool. But at the same time, it did equal out because, well, I'm not gonna lie to you, they were both rich. Her boyfriend was rich, she was rich, you know, the whole family was rich. It just worked out. It was like one of those, like, you know, really weird movies where like the high school girl that's like the most popular in the movie, I guess, was like considered like the rich kid, if that makes sense in any way. But going on, I remember back when I was in high school, I remember going up to my buddy one time in the hallway, and I asked him, I was like, oh, like, bro, like, how you doing? Like, what's going on? But he didn't seem like himself. Now, obviously, something was really off with him. I didn't know what, and obviously, you know, being the good friend I was, I asked him. I said, hey, bro, like, yo, is everything all right? Like, you feeling all right? Then he told me, dude, like, my girlfriend just broke up with me, and I don't know why. Like, I gave her everything. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know how, you know, a girl that has everything was able to give her everything. It just didn't make sense. And then I remember later on that day, I decided to walk away, and I decided to, you know, basically just, you know, maybe give him some distance, because obviously going through a breakup, I think one of the main things you do need is distance from everybody to kind of reconcile what went on. Going on though, I remember when I was basically to myself and hanging out, I saw his girlfriend, but his girlfriend was just normal. She didn't seem upset. She didn't seem mad. She just seemed herself. And I remember I went up to her and I was like, hey, like, I just heard about the breakup. I just want to say, like, you know, if there's anything you need, just tell me. Like, I feel bad. Now, usually his girlfriend would not talk to me because obviously they were dating and also I'm not rich, but she just told me, oh, like, he was just like the worst in bed. Like, honestly, like, he was just so like ungiving and he doesn't give me what I want. Like, he was just the worst. In my head, I literally thought there was no way this rich girl broke up with my buddy just because he was really bad at doing the devil's tango. And yeah, I walked away. Now, you guys are probably wondering, oh, okay, so now we know who the rich girl is in the story, but what happens? Well, basically, I remember later on that week, my buddy came up to me one day and told me, bro, I'm like so upset. Like, I don't know what to do, man. And I thought he was talking about his breakup, but then he told me, like, I literally like gave her like a $200,000 ring, and I don't know what to do because like it was my mom's ring, but I stole it from her, and now my mom's looking for it, and I'm screwed. And in my head, I'm thinking, dude, there is no way you just gave a girl your mom's ring that is worth $200,000. It made no sense to me. But then he says, yeah, dude, and like she wouldn't let me near her house anymore. Nothing. Like I like we're broken up. Like I don't know what to do. And I told him, don't worry. Why? Because I had a plan. So I officially launched doing a heist, not a bank heist, not a, you know, a jewelry heist. Well, it kind of was a jewelry heist, but it was a basic robbery. Now, me telling the story, I could probably get arrested, but at the same time, probably not, because it was like Robin Hood, you know, like I give back to the poor. Well, he wasn't poor. Never mind. Anyways, going on. Me and him sat down in a classroom by ourselves and basically thought of a plan. And honestly, this plan worked. And as I tell the story, you guys will recognize this plan. So I advise you guys keep watching. I remember as like we were planning this, he told me, dude, do you think this is gonna work? I don't think this is gonna work. And to be honest, I don't really like the idea of you doing the devil's tango with my girlfriend. But I told him this would be the only way. And yes, I did tell him that. I'm not gonna lie, his girlfriend was pretty hot too. I think that was just a bonus in the mission, but going on. I remember one day she was going to a club, or a party, I should say. And when she went to that party, she only had like certain people join in, mostly her rich friends. And me, well, I'm not gonna lie, I can rock a suit. If you guys have ever seen my Instagram, you guys can know I can rock a pretty nice suit. And I remember I wore a suit and I got my suit and tie and all like, you know, dressed up, and I went to that party. Did I have an invite? No, but it was the only way I could actually get in contact with the girl. Now, I remember as I was about to head to the club or where the party was at, my friend told me that I could not drive my Silica there because she would automatically recognize that I was not rich. And obviously, we ended up going inside his garage at his house, and he ended up having an extra vehicle. But this was no ordinary vehicle. This was a classic Camaro, a really nice black classic Camaro. Honestly, I had to do it. I got in the car and I started driving it. And honestly, it was like I was living a dream. Knowing I was wearing a full-on suit and driving a really nice car, hell, I still do it to this day ever since I got my Jaguar. But going going on, I remember when I got ready and stuff and I started heading there, I was panicking because obviously this was, you know, I was doing a heist. I was literally gonna steal from a rich girl. But anyways, I got to the party and club, and when I got there, I saw her. She was all dressed up, looking really good, and honestly, I remember I walked up to her. At first, she didn't recognize me. She was like, sorry, did I invite you? And I look at her and I'm like, oh, no, you didn't. How you doing? As I went to shake her hand, I wore my dad's Rolex, and she instantly recognized it. She recognized the Rolex, but she didn't really recognize me because she kept looking at all, I guess, my outfit or how rich I looked. She started liking me, and I don't know how, but I remember I was basically talking through her the entire night and using, you know, the $300 that my friend gave me to buy her drinks. We drank, we had a good time, and honestly, she invited me back to her place. First part of the mission, successful. How did I pull it off? I have no idea. Then after that, we kept talking, we kept, you know, hanging out, and I remember when we went out of the club and, you know, I put her in my car, she was shocked. She said, oh, like my ex-boyfriend's dad has like one of these. These are like really classic. Like this is really cool. Funny enough, it was actually her ex-boyfriend's dad's car. Honestly, it was kind of funny how she didn't recognize it, but I guess she was never in it. We went back to her place and we went inside this giant mansion. Now this house was huge. She was a millionaire, for God's sakes. Like it was obvious. We went inside, her parents were already asleep, and we went to her room. I remember when we went inside her room, I was like, whoa, this place looks really cool. Can you give me like a little, like, you know, room tour? Saying as if I'd never seen a big room before. Actually, I haven't at this time. That's kind of sad. But going on, she gave me a little room tour. She showed me where everything was, from her really high-end shoes to her walk-in closet to her bathroom and a bathtub. Like she has a shower and a bathtub in like the same like room. Like what? Let's just say she lived in a really nice place. I remember as I was looking around, I'm like, dude, where is this ring? We need to find this ring. But before I could find the ring, I remember she was like already kind of like getting on to me. And let's just say the only way I was actually gonna be able to spend the night is if I did the devil's tango. That way I would have enough time to look around, get the ring, and get it back. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what happened. I did the devil's tango with a millionaire's daughter. After that happened, I remember it was like 3 a.m. She was passed out beside me, but obviously I still needed to find the ring. So I remember I got my phone flashlight and I turned it on and I walked around her place in my boxers. I walked around her room looking for the ring. And honestly, I remember as she was giving me the room tour, her walk-in closet had like this like jewelry box. So I remember I went inside that closet and I opened that jewelry box and there it was. The $200,000 ring that my friend gave her. I remember taking the ring and I instantly hid it inside my pants pocket that was on the ground. I put it in there so when I woke up in the morning and put it on, I would just automatically have it. After that, I laid back in bed and then she woke up. She woke up out of nowhere and turned to me saying, is everything all right? I was like, oh yeah, everything's fine. You know, I'm just chilling. And then she told me, honestly, like, this was really good. Like, you're so much better than my ex. And laid back down and slept. Honestly, I guess you could say I did the devil's tango to the point where she passed out. That sounds really bad. Actually, no, I did not do that. Oh my God. Anyways, going on. The next morning came by and I remember I got suited up and ready. But I remember as she like saw me like, you know, getting suited up, let's just say, she recognized who I was. She looked at me saying, wait a minute, aren't you friends with my ex-boyfriend? And I looked at her saying, yeah, maybe. She looked at me and said, are you serious? Are you doing this behind his back? Oh my goodness, you are absolutely disgusting. She told me to get out and that's what I did. I got out, I went and got the Camaro, drove back to his place, and everything kind of started connecting to her. She ended up calling her ex-boyfriend that I was friends with, like literally right after that whole situation happened, and I already left, thank God. And I remember they were just yelling back and forth on the phone, but as I dropped off the car, I remember him standing in the driveway waiting for me, and I gave him the ring, and I told him, mission accomplished. And I remember the words right after he said to me was, dude, you gotta teach me the ways of you doing the devil's tango, because she won't stop talking about it. I ended up getting into my car, the Silica, and I told him that's a story for another day. Same as this. If you guys enjoyed the story, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Seriously, I hope you guys did enjoy this crazy bank heist story that I did, or heist in general. And like I always say, fall for more embarrassing stories. All right, peace out, guys.